Imagine it's 2003, late at night in a cramped dorm room at Stanford University. The only light comes from a single desk lamp, casting long shadows across walls cluttered with notebooks scribbled full of wild ideas. There she is, Elizabeth Holmes, just 19 years old. A dropout, already dreaming bigger than anyone around her. She's staring into a small mirror propped up on her desk, her eyes wide and fierce with a burning ambition that seems to light up the darkness. She leans in close, her voice barely a whisper, but it's loaded with conviction. Like she is making a pact with herself and the world. One drop of blood changes everything. Cut to a few months later. She's in the real world now, no longer just a student, but a force of nature walking into boardrooms filled with skeptical venture capitalists, pharmacists from Walgreens, and media tycoons. Picture her poised and unbreakable. In a simple black turtleneck she swore she'd wear every day, channeling that Steve Jobs mystique. She's pitching Theranos, her baby, a revolutionary company that's going to upend medicine as we know it. Imagine, she says, her voice steady and mesmerizing. A portable device we call the Edison, no bigger than a toaster that takes just one tiny drop of blood from your finger. From that single drop, it runs tests for over 240 diseases, cancer, diabetes, heart conditions, everything. No more needles, no more vials, no more waiting days for results. This is the future. Right here in your hand. The room is hooked. They're watching these demos she's prepared, and they look flawless. The machine hums to life. Screens light up with precise readings, graphs spiking just right. Investors are nodding, wallets opening wide. Walgreens signs on for millions to put these miracle boxes in their stores. Media moguls like Rupert Murdoch pour in cash. By the end of that pitch, she's raised over $700 million, and the world starts buzzing. Forbes calls her the youngest self-made female billionaire. Presidents want her advice. She's on magazine covers, TED stages, everywhere. But hold on, something feels off, doesn't it? As she smiles for the cameras. Look closer at those demos. Notice how the light catches just a little too perfectly on the vials. How the text in the back glance away a second too long. Shadows flicker in the corners of those pristine labs, hinting at something hidden, maybe rigged samples swapped in the dead of night. Or results fudged from off-the-shelf machines tucked away in secret rooms. She's building an empire on this promise, a $9 billion valuation by 2014. But whispers start creeping in from the edges. Employees seeing tests fail over and over, blood samples diluted to nothing, patients getting wrong diagnoses that could kill. What if it was all smoke and mirrors? What if this golden girl of Silicon Valley, the one everyone crowned the next big thing, was hiding a lie so massive it could shatter lives, fortunes, and trust in the whole system? She's staring down at that first investor check, eyes gleaming again. But now you wonder, does she know? Stick with me, because the deeper we go, the darker it gets, and the truth, it's going to hit you like a freight train. Make sure to subscribe. You won't want to miss what happens next. Now, with that dorm room dream still echoing in her veins, Elizabeth Holmes doesn't just walk away from Stanford, she bolts. Dropping out at 19 to chase the fire she's lit inside herself, turning that one wild idea into a fortress of secrecy right in the heart of Silicon Valley. Picture her in 2004, setting up shop in a nondescript office park in Palo Alto, hiring engineers twice her age who look at her with a mix of awe and quiet skepticism. But she plows ahead, fueled by those first checks clearing, building Theranos layer by secretive layer. No press tours, no peeks behind the curtain. Employees sign NDA letters thicker than phone books, threatened with ruin if they breathe a word. And the lab, it's a black site, windows blacked out. Security guards patrolling like it's Fort Knox. All to protect what she calls the next big leap in human health. By 2010, the money is flooding in. Faster partnerships with Walgreens mean their stores start rolling out these sleek Theranos wellness centers. Little glass booths where folks prick their fingers expecting miracle results. And investors can't get enough, pumping in hundreds of millions more until, by 2014, her company's whispered valuation hits $9 billion. $9 billion. She's not just rich, she's a phenomenon, strutting through boardrooms in those signature black turtlenecks, and not to her idol Steve Jobs, her short hair cropped sharp. her voice that a natural baritone she forces out to sound tougher, more commanding. And oh, the heights she climbs hobnobbing with presidents, dining at the White House, getting cozy with heavyweights like Henry Kissinger and General Mattis on her board. Men who should know better but fall for the dazzle of her pitch. Forbes slaps her on the cover, the youngest self-made female billionaire. They crow, painting her as this once-in-a-generation genius dismantling Big Pharma's stranglehold. And she's everywhere: TED Talks, magazine profiles, even a parade of celebrities swearing by her revolutionary tests. But inside those fortress walls, the whispers are turning to screams, hushed at first, then desperate. Engineers in the basement labs, sleeves rolled up under flickering fluorescence, watch the Edison machines the heart of her promise joke and spit errors 99% of the time. Blood samples clot inside the tiny cartridges, results come back gibberish, or worse, wildly off. Like telling a healthy person they've got cancer or missing a real disease entirely. To keep the show going, they fake it, diluting precious finger prick drops with water or saline just to get enough volume, then sneaking the doctored samples to commercial testers like Siemens machines. Hidden in a locked back room, spitting out results that match her demos. Employees see patients' lives hanging in the balance, women delaying real treatments based on bogus numbers, and the horror sinks in. This is innovation. It's a ticking bomb. Then come the whistleblowers, brave souls cracking under the weight. Tyler Schultz, fresh Stanford grad, joins in 2013 full of idealism, only to watch his lab tests fail spectacularly. He's family. For crying out loud, his grandfather George Schultz, the Nobel-winning elder statesman, sits as board chair, defending Elizabeth like she's his own blood. But Tyler can't see it. Late nights, he pores over data, heart pounding, knowing one wrong move could shatter his family ties forever. He teams up with another insider, Erica Chung, and they risk it all, feeding tips to John Carreiro at the Wall Street Journal. That dogged reporter who starts sniffing around the edges of her empire. Holmes catches wind out. She goes nuclear. Private investigators tail the leakers. Lawsuits rain down like confetti at a funeral. Threats of bankruptcy for anyone who talks. Tyler's dragged into depositions, his own kin staring him down across the table. But he holds firm. And just when you think the walls might hold, Carreiro uncovers the smoking gun, those diluted samples, the fake tests. The basement charade, proof that her miracle was a mirage, doctored to dazzle but doomed to deceive. The tension coils tighter. Will she fight it off like every crisis before? Or is this the crack that spiderwebs the whole facade? She's suing the Journal, the whistleblowers, anyone who blinks wrong. Doubling down with press conferences and defiant interviews. That steely gaze daring the world to doubt her. But imagine you're one of those employees, clocking in each day to the growing dread, the failed prototypes piling up, patients unknowingly betting their health on lies. Was she a genius playing 4D chess with the future of medicine? Or the slickest grift artist Silicon Valley ever crowned? What's your call, genius or con? Drop it in the comments right now. Tell me what you'd do if you were in that basement, staring down a mountain of bad blood and a boss who won't quit. If this has you on the edge, smash that like button, hit subscribe for the next chapter in entrepreneur crime stories that hit too close to home, because trust me, the fall coming up, it's the kind that echoes. And then, 2015 hits like a thunderclap that no one saw coming, not even those basement whistleblowers who'd been whispering warnings into the void for years. John Carreiro's Wall Street Journal bombshell drops front page. Inescapable, laying it all bare. Theranos tech never worked. Not even close. Those Edison machines. Junk. Failure rates off the charts, results so unreliable they could have killed people, and every glowing demo, every investor pitch built on a house of cards, fake blood, pilfered results. From those hidden Siemens machines, a complete sham propping up a $9 billion illusion. The FDA swoops in fast, banning the company from any New York lab work, yanking their license like pulling a plug on a dying star. Partners bolt, Walgreens shutters those shiny wellness centers overnight. Patients left scrambling with bogus diagnoses ringing in their ears. Some fighting real illnesses they almost missed because of her lies. The stock plummets. Investors who bet their life savings wake up to paper fortunes turn to ash. And suddenly the fortress walls Theranos builds start crumbling, brick by damning brick. But Holmes, she doesn't flinch, not at first. That's the steel in her or the madness. She doubles down hard, firing dissenters left and right. Anyone who even glances sideways gets the boot. Lawsuits flying thicker than ever to muzzle the journal, the leakers, the regulators sniffing too close. Boardroom generals like Kissinger and Mattis circle the wagons, penning letters swearing she's the real deal. A visionary under siege by jealous hacks, she hits the talk show circuit. That deep voice booming defiance, we're close, so close, just give us time. Investor suits start avalanching anyway, hundreds of them, clawing back billions, accusing her of fraud so brazen it bordered on evil. Sec probes, criminal investigations. The feds circling like wolves. Her personal life unravels too, that secret romance with Sonny Balwani, her Kuen lover, the guy she put in charge of the very lab spitting lies. Whispers say he bullied staff into the fakery, but she picked him, promoted him, stood by him. The pressure mounts, her empire's valuation evaporates to zero. Forbes yanks her billionaire title like it was never real. You're thinking that's the end, right? The mighty fall, karma served cold. But wait, here's the twist that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw blindside them coming. The gut punch that turned her trial into must-watch theater. Fast forward to 2021, federal courtroom in San Jose, packed with reporters, victims, ex-employees holding their breath. Holmes takes the stand, cool as ever, swearing under oath she believed every word, that the tech was magical, on the verge, that Balwani hid the worst from her like some evil puppet master. She's playing the victim card, wide-eyed innocence. The deluded dreamer betrayed by her men. The jury's leaning in, hanging on it. Then boom, Sonny Balwani's turn in the hot seat. Her ex-lover spilling everything, no holds barred. He testifies she knew it all along, every failed test, every rigged demo, every diluted drop. They schemed it together, night after night in her corner office, laughing about the suckers pouring in cash. Lied under oath. She perjured herself right there on that stand, staring down the room like it was just another pitch. The courtroom gasped, prosecutors drop emails, texts, her own notes proving she was the architect. The queen bee calling every shot, Joe's drop. Sketches fly, headlines scream betrayal. Convicted on 4 counts of fraud. November 2022, 11 years in federal prison, $452 million in restitution hanging over her like a sword. Balwani right behind her with 12 years of his own. Karma doesn't stop there, it bites back vicious. Walgreens. Those early believers who lost $140 million turns the tables and sues her for $100 million more, clawing every penny from the wreckage. Her board scatters, family fortune gone, the black turtlenecks gathering dust. She's led away in cuffs, that once unbreakable gaze finally cracking just a hair. Mind blown yet, I mean. Really drop your reaction in the comments right now. Was she a cold-blooded monster preying on hope, or a misguided dreamer who got lost in her own hype, dragging everyone down? Spill it. I read every one. This story's got layers that stick with you, the kind that make you question every shiny pitch you hear. Don't stop here. Next up, the fall echoes louder, trust me. So here we are at the end of this wild ride, staring at the rubble of what Elizabeth Holmes built. And if there's one thing her story screams louder than anything, it's that greed can blind even the sharpest minds. The ones we crown as geniuses before they've proven a thing. Think about it, she had the world at her feet, billions in bets on her vision, but she chose hype over hard truth, smoke over substance, and it all came crashing down because real innovation, the kind that actually saves lives, doesn't run on lies or rigged demos. It demands brutal honesty from day one. Verify before you invest. That's the gut check she never gave her backers, the whistleblowers she tried to bury, or the patients who trusted a finger prick with their futures. And now her fall stands as this blazing warning light for anyone chasing finance dreams or tech unicorns. One lie, just one crack in the foundation, topples the whole empire. No matter how shiny the pitch or how many presidents shake your hand, look at the victims left in the wake, investors wiped out, families who lost life savings on a promise of easy wealth, patients whose wrong test results delayed real care, maybe cost them everything. Shattered dreams don't just bounce back, they leave scars, billions in smoke, trust in the system cracked wide open. Holmes sits in prison today, that $9 billion mirage gone. Her name's synonymous with the biggest con Silicon Valley ever swallowed. A reminder that karma doesn't rush, but it never misses. Play with fire like that, and it burns everyone, including you. What's the scam that shocked you to your core? The one that made you double-check your own investments or swear off the next hot tip? Drop it in the comments, I read them all. And your stories keep this going. If this hit home, if it made you think twice about the next big thing, share this video with someone who needs the wake-up call. Smash that like for the truth tellers who risked it all. And subscribe right now, because we've got more entrepreneur crime sagas lined up that cut even deeper. Next one's Anna Delvey's wild New York heiress hustle. The fake German royal who condoleezes out of fortunes. Hit those notifications so you don't miss it. Trust me, you won't want to look away.